dip our legs into the water of politics. And indeed, the People's Democratic Party have held the recent court judgment on Orji Uzor Kalu's case. That's between former Governor Dr.Orji Uzor Kalu and Senator Mau Ohabunwa. What's your take on this development?
Well, I would say that this case has actually lingered. And of course, why we are discussing it is it has to do with Abia State and allegedly funds that were looted by the former governor. Now, if you look at that case, there has been this, how would I put it? It's like a hide and seek game. Because since he left office, this case has been on. And at every point in time, it has been about jurisdiction. It has been about one legal fireworks or the other, to the extent that during I think that was during the campaign, there was this issue of the former governor traveling abroad, and at some point it was that he has jumped bail, and the judge threatened to revoke his bail, given to him, and he came back again. There was this front and back stories about this issue, and as a people, and we're beginning to feel, hey, why can't this case come and go? That is the truth.
Be sorted once and for all. Okay, now let me link it to Mau Ohabunwa's election. Where, he stood that election. He was a candidate on the platform of the PDP, and eventually INEC declared Orji Uzor Kalu winner. Now, with this recent development, do you think it may affect the turnout of that election eventually? Of course, there's also already a court case. Some of this emerging development, do you think there will be a positive impact it may have on the case between Senator Mau Ohabunwa and Orji Uzor Kalu?
Well, before I go to that case, let me say that I think EFCC should be serious with this case, because what I see is a situation where, in the event of saying go and face trial, the former governor will come out with another legal jargon to ensure that the case is getting slower and slower. But thank God that the appeal court has ruled, because he had what we call a no case submission, saying that he has no case. But the appeal court now say, hey, Mr. Orji Uzor Kalu, you have a case to answer. So go and prepare for your defense. And I must say it, and I've said it in different fora. I believe that at the level the former governor is, having attained his height, he should be able now to go and face that case and clear himself of this mess. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's a huge question mark on him. Even as he is clamoring to become the Deputy Senate President. I am not against anybody's ambition. Everybody can have an ambition. But when you want to have such ambition, and you see that there is a huge question mark on your head, I think the best thing for you to do, stay back a bit, go and clear that, and become stronger. It will make you to become stronger, to contend and follow whatever you have to, assuming you are going to be in that Senate. It will give you a strong voice. Because when you want to talk and somebody reminds you, even in the floor of the Senate, it will reach the extent, assuming you are going to be making some issues, somebody will wake up and say, Mr. Man, go and clear your case in the tribunal. Because, and let me also tell you, with the benefit of hindsight, the APC, the Adams Oshomole I know, will never, ever, mark my word, agree
that somebody who
has a question mark in terms of facing EFCC will become the Deputy Senate President, because it has its own implication
on the party.
Okay, let me even ask. Assuming the Senate President, let's even assume without conceding that Orji Uzor Kalu becomes the Senate President.
Not deputy.
Deputy Senate President. One day he's in charge and he's going to, maybe the Senate President is not around, and he's going to preside over the Senate, and you have a case that has to do with EFCC and probably somebody that is facing trial. What will he be saying? This is a morality issue. And at some point, you discover that your voice will be lost. Because I know him that he wants to be talking about Indibo in his own wisdom, whether it's true or not. I don't know if you're getting me. But you cannot talk for a people and a race when you have such huge moral burden on your neck. And now coming back to the issue of Mao Habonwa and this case, it is a known fact without conceding.
Okay.
It is a known fact that in the last election in Abia North, some polling units, especially in Boro, their results were not admitted, even in some places in Arochukwu. And before you know it, they hastily announced him as the winner of that election. And if you have listened to the man that announced it, he did not even return him. He just announced him as the winner without going the whole hog to return him as senator-elect. So as it stands today, I can tell you that Mao Habonwa has a very strong chance. And with this case that he is going to be facing, of course, by the time he opens up his defense, we're going to be having a whole lot of stories. And it's going to make a whole lot of meaning to our people. Between this person and this person, who will you choose? So as it stands today, we make bold to say it, that we're going to face that case squarely. And I know that Mao Habonwa has the backing of the state PDP, and we are going to ensure that we reclaim that mandate. It is a fact. So as far as I'm concerned, one, Orji Uzor Kalu should open up his defense.
Well, Justice M.L. Garba.
Let this thing come to an end.
Justice M.L. Garba had in the lead judgment last Wednesday ruled that Justice Muhammad Idris, then of the Federal High Court in Lagos, was right to have on the 31st day of July 2018 dismissed Kalu's no-case submission and ordered him to put in his defense. The appellate court equally dismissed the appeals filed by Kalu's co-defendants, which include Slock Nigerian Limited and Ude Udogo, challenging the jurisdiction of Justice Idris to continue hearing the case after he was elevated from the Federal High Court to the Court of Appeal. Justice Garba held the contrary to the appellate's contention, which is Section 396, subsection 7 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act back then in 2015. It empowers the High Judge to continue to hear a part-heard criminal matter after being elevated to the Court of Appeal, and this did not offend the Constitution. So every loophole, seemed to have been. That's what Ugochukwu Emezue is trying to.
It will be good for him, honestly. If it will be good for him to clear his name
once and for all.
Once and for all, because this is almost 12, getting to 13 years. This thing is running. Will it run all the days of his life?
Radio.
It's not just radio anymore. Flow 94.9 FM brings you something big and new. Let's give you that camera lights action effect, which is also part of our complete outside broadcast services for all your event coverage, both recorded and live. Juicy offers await you as you do business with us.
Let's go.
So what do you have? Is it a wedding, cultural event, birthday, conference, seminar, or showbiz? Whatever it is, we are always ready and set to give you what you need. We also run visual advert for your company, products, and services. And we air not just on radio, but also on our online TV. For more information and booking, you can visit Flow 94.9 FM located at 7B Factory Road, Umuahia, or visit our marketing office at Bank of Industry Building, number 1 Constitution Crescent, Asa Road, Abba, Abia State. Or call our marketing team on 0703 160 8029 or 0805 174 5686. Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state.